Hello everyone and welcome to the round 4 of our anti-star racing IMSA series. Today we are at Road Atlanta, track particularly known for IMSA series for being the Petit Le Mans, a 10-hour endurance race here at this track. With me I have Simon Davison. Hello, new to the booth.
Hello, thanks for having me. They got rid of me off the crew chief booth, so now I'm down here instead in commentary. But yeah, this is going to be an exciting race. Road Atlanta is one of those tracks where traffic can be a real pain in the ass just because there's a lot of places that you are forced to go single file through. So it's going to be really fun to see how these GTP drivers manage to carve the field.
That is indeed going to be a real challenge. Some of the cars have to be a bit patient, especially on the first part of the S's. I will give a rundown of track, but first we are seeing the GT3s starting their qualifying. So some of them are already out, already before the main big straight there. It's a pretty long one. It's where every car is going to reach their top speed for sure. And a lot of variety of cars as well. I'm not sure even which car should be best on this track. Probably... What do you reckon is the best car for this track?
I couldn't tell you honestly. GT3s are not my specialty. The Porsche is always my favorite just because it just feels so compliant everywhere. But honestly, the main thing you need is not a car, it's just a toe. You have this massive backstretch to work on. As long as you can find yourself in these open qualify sections behind another car to pull you down this straight with extra speed, that's probably going to where you find most of your mileage.
As we go now on board with Alex Ott as he starts his turn 1 here, going uphill to a really blind here. You can't even see in the next corner, but it is right on this right side here as he uses a bit of the curve there. It goes to left. Full throttle here, right. This one is also full throttle with the GT3s. So he uses down the curves to go so down here on another uphill line here, but this is most of the right side you can be used without an off track. So he goes down and then uphill right, camber on the inside here as he goes medium speed to even slower speed corner on the right. Now, as he approaches the main straight here, possibly reaching the limits of...
This is where he's going to suffer the most, where you'll see no one in front of him, car directly behind him. This Delta is not going to look good.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we will see how it goes during the race, which we will see a lot of overtakes on this slow corner. Left-right chicane here as he goes uphill, uses a bit of the curb. Now this is all full throttle downhill, gains a lot of speed because of the inclination down. But out to the last corner and the finish line is really close to the corner as he crosses the line with a 118.4. Carlos was behind.
Not bad.
Yeah, especially being the first lap. Of course, he still has to do a second lap. We will see him now, but look at that. Alessandro Miles now gets to the provisional pole here with a 118.188.
And it's remarkable how much of the curves you can get overtaking, especially in these GT3s. But like, you need to push these tracks to the absolute limit, especially considering most of these corners spit you onto a massive straight. You need to carry all the speed on exit you can muster. You just need to send it through there, no matter how uncomfortable it may feel on the wheel.
Yeah, but it is fun. I really like these kinds of tracks, which have a lot of undulation, a lot of camber, different camber. It's proper American tracks, which I think a lot of European tracks are kind of missing out nowadays. You know what? It even reminds me of the good British tracks that you have.
Oh yeah, Brands Hatch is really good for that. Just the amount of banking and undulation it has. The elevation just really makes a racetrack, I find. And you don't get them at street courses. Grumble, grumble.
See now Carlos Bosner with 2 purple sectors. He gets the first 117 as he goes to the provisional pole. Giacomo Murghi, though, he has 2 purple sectors. The first one, this is possibly a pole. It is. Provisional pole there, 14 milliseconds ahead of Carlos Bosner. They still keep going. They still have plenty of fresh tires. But Carlos Bosner, I think, yeah, he's just going to stick to 2 laps. And pits and try again.
2 laps is about as optimal as you can get. You can maybe push a 3rd lap, but probably you're just running the fuel too low to really go out for a 3rd time. So take your 2, take your pole position, reset, try and get a fast lap in, but that's already looking like a very strong position for him.
Track temperatures being 24 degrees might indicate that, yeah, you don't need to do many laps. So I am not sure with this kind of weather if you could do a 3rd lap and try to improve it, but it does seem that the 2nd lap is the optimal point for these drivers to put on their laps.
I think probably the important thing is you don't really want to end up in the mid-pack at a track like this, just because that's where you're going to get stuck, trying to fight everyone around you. You're going to lose so much time battling, because again, most of this track, you're forced to go single file through basically turn 1 until like turn 6. So you really want to get yourself some clean air to work with, let yourself pull ahead, try and get out of the fights, and then when the GTPs come around, hope that you're in a state where you can just go, okay, this is fine, I can just let them past.
So far we are seeing that it's a Lamborghini, Audi, Lamborghini, top 5. Seems like it's best on these mid-engine cars. The Ferrari, though, this season unfortunately isn't as quick as it used to be because of BOP, but we might see some other Ferraris just pushing ahead. Currently we have Good Cousins leading on the GT3 AM class. If I can show it here. There you go, you see him, P6. overall, ahead of even 4 of the GT3 Pros that already put the lap time. That's good, being 8 tenths behind the overall pole. Of course, the GT3 Pros and GT3M still start as a single class. It's not gonna divide them and put behind the GT3 Pros. So the better lap you can do ahead of the GT3 Pros, the better overhead you can get from the other cars as well.
Just put like 3 or 4 cars between you and the next car you actually need to race. That means you have so much buffer that if you do end up losing a few positions on a bad start because one of your lines gets jammed up on the start, you're fine. You can give up those positions. You're not actually losing actual racing positions, and that's the more important thing over the long run. We'll give a shout out to Roberto Kovac, by the way. 8th place in the highest. I'd say that Gosens then proceeds to put one in P7 in that Ferrari. I'd say that's not like the highest ranking, not Lambo, not Audi. So yeah, doing quite well right now.
But it's still early on. We are still halfway before the GT3 qualifying ends, and with 7 minutes to go, we can still see that a lot of drivers are still on doing yellow sectors. Even the current top 3 are just doing yellow sectors. So I think the ones that got really early on probably got the advantage of the track for the rest of the qualifying session.
There's still a chance. There's still 7 minutes left in this session. Potential for someone to just go out again, get that massive total on the backstretch. If you can line it up, if you've got a teammate in this lobby as well, that's an excellent chance to try and just pull a few extra tenths out of nowhere. So still time, but as you say, there's a lot of yellow on this timing tower right now.
Yeah. Being that Wood now has 1, 2, 3, 4, actually 5 GT3 Pros in between him. That's a massive overhead. Maybe you should join the GT3 Pros.
Always next season.
Indeed. Yeah, seeing Giacomo Murighe with a purple sector, but still with the yellow sectors in the middle. Carlos Bosa also with a purple sector, the yellow sectors behind. It's an opportunity to see if it's gonna be enough to push that 117 to 117.8. Let's see, 2 purple sectors for Carlos Bosa. Was it enough? It was enough.
Ooh,
Both of them actually improved. Giacomo just got an improvement by a single millisecond, but it was an improvement.
But you can tell there's not much time left in this track at this point if they're improving by like 0.02 over each other, right? There's very little time to gain. They're just trying to find these extra tenths, but I think they're going to have to settle with one of them's going to be on one side of the front row, the other's going to be on the other, and whoever gets the jump gets the jump, but they're going to have to send it in to turn 1 and hope for the best.
Currently, the worst qualified of the GP Pros is Emery Kemaldar. He is in P15 overall, but 1 second point 1 behind the provisional pole. He's gonna try it. He's warming up his tires. He's gonna have, I think there's 1 car ahead of him. Apparently, it is the P7 of David Lanzani. So probably give a bit of space before he gets too close to him, if he can even get to that. How about we check it on an onboard again, shall we?
Let's go
for the
onboard,
limits.
So yeah, you don't want to be like right up close to someone at this point of the track. There is a decent straight here, but you just need the space in front of you to work through the S's especially. See how he comes through this T1. A little bit more space on the inside lane, perhaps would like a good use of the exit there.
It looked a bit slow.
That's the thing. Sometimes they feel slow, sometimes they can be a lot faster than they look. However, this doesn't look particularly pacey right now, I have to admit.
No, you've been upshifted pretty early too. I don't know, we need to check.
Throttle there.
We will need to check if this is still a push lap or he's gonna take it for the next one. Ooh, a bit slidey there on that corner as well. Almost stepping on the grass. I think this is not a lap, that's for sure. I think he's gonna try it on the next one.
Yeah, this is definitely going again for me. The car doesn't seem like it's planted enough at the rear right now to really get the exits he needs. You can see like he was all over the place in exit 5 especially, so he gets some more temp in the tyres, you can get a little bit pace down the straight, get some more heat in, and we can go again.
Yeah, very slightly. It might be the Ferrari itself that's a bit harder to control. But it does improve 2 sectors of this, so maybe it's gonna be better than P15. It is, look at that, it's not last one. Of course, this is the lap time that he's gonna try and push it really, but he has traffic ahead, hopefully it doesn't block it. It does not, yeah. Seems like a more tidy lap. It seems much faster, let's see on the outside. Look, Alessandro just improved his lap time to 1:17.825. We are checking if Henry can do it. But again, as he hit the curbs, it was sliding all over the place. Doesn't seem like the Ferrari is as splintered as the other cars.
No, I found that as well. The Ferrari just really wants to slide everywhere, even in previous seasons. It can be very, very handful, especially if you're trying to jam your foot down. Thankfully, though, he's got a car in front of him. Should be able to pull forwards a little bit here. He's got the 2-minute warning, so this will be his last lap, whatever happens.
Yeah, but I think the car ahead of him is too far away to get a massive slipstream.
It'll be a little bit. Certainly more than nothing, and that's really all you need at this point. He's just trying to gain a 10th, and that would get him up a position on the grid.
We'll see his lap time below in a bit. There's still some... Oh no, he's going to the pits.
No! Off track, I guess? At that point, you might as well just abort the lap, pull it into the pit lane, and... Oh, that is so unfortunate.
Yeah, he's gonna have to take full effort there on the race itself. And also, the driver he out-qualified there, they improved their lap time, so he's, again, every year's last place of the GT3 Pros. I think that was Daniel Maggioni.
Unfortunate then. But Moras, they have actually found a little bit of pace on the track. That's now a low 0.8 for Alessandro Moras in that Lamborghini. So pretty good pace. He wasn't there earlier.
No, it was not. It was Carlos that had the previous pole, but
yes.
Yeah, he has improved it. He's still warming up. He can still do another lap time if he crosses the line before the 14-minute mark. Driver for Maxim Racing, as well as Giacomo, his teammate in P3.
Well, he's got 30 seconds. He should make the line from there.
He should. Where is Giacomo? I think he was improving his lap time. Let's see. He is on which part of the... Oh yeah, this is now before the main straight. You can see it on the map there. The car number 3.
Yep.
There was a car outside there, but it was fine. It's not blocking him, so he's gonna try it. I think this is going to be an improvement for his lap time. We will see. As Alessandro also crosses the line, he starts his lap time. It's already on the S's there. It could be to keep his position 2, which is a Carlos Boza. He is on the straight as well, right behind? No, this is not behind P4. But look,
Moji has a purple here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Giacomo has a purple, Carlos Boza has a green sector in the middle.
2 purples.
There it is.
P1. Oh, that is a fantastic time. Oh my word.
And Carlos Boza actually improve it and get up to P2 or P1? He cannot. It wasn't even improvement on his own lap time. Unfortunately, he starts in P3.
I mean, when someone just shows up and just puts like a 0.14 between themselves and the next car in like the final moments of qualifying, you have to go, damn, I've just been had. You can't really do much about that.
He just meant enough is enough time to get a pole position and then left.
Yeah. As Lanzani comes through the final chicane. One green potential for some time here. Currently sat in 7th, so there's like 0.6 to work in from where the leader is currently.
Does improve though.
1 position. And that will be it for the GTs.
So, on the current standings, we do have Carlos Boza in P1 with 983 points and Alex Hott in P2 with 963 points. Alex Hott being currently in 7th place, it's probably a good thing for Carlos to keep his championship lead. Alessandro Marz being in 3rd place with 926 points. It's not bad to even...
There we go, or?
Carlos be on the, well, 3rd position. And also in 2nd position, it's still going to be good. Already some impatience. Did you hear that? There's some impatient GTP.
Yes. I will say sometimes it can be better starting in third place than starting in second, just because if the leader gets a good jump on the second place car, you're then directly behind them. You have a much better line of sight on what they're doing. You can follow them through, and sometimes it just works out so nicely. The way GTPs start to go out on track, and this is going to be some flying laps from them, you have to believe.
Yeah, the GTPs are fantastic in this track. Just carry out the speed overall and like it's nothing. We will see an onboard of Christian Bumstead, the driver for No Limit Sim Racing. Since he is the first one out, you can see everyone is on track. Not a single GTP on the hit currently.
Yeah, just go out there. Track conditions seem good based on the 17.6 we saw from the GTPs, so go out there, set a lap while going's good. It might not be your best lap, but it'll certainly be a good one. And if the track improves, then you can go out and get another one. You've got plenty of time in the session, but here we go on the onboard.
Right, as he goes blasting through on the last corner, tries to cross it. Super speed here for the first corner. We will see a lot less reduced speed here. He can take it on 6th gear on this corner as he goes uphill. Now as he tries to take as much of this corner, he missed it. He actually could have cut it. And you can see he already made a mistake there on the left side of the corner as well, stepping on the gravel. Now being careful there, because these suspensions are super stiff, it's not like the GT3s, you can still bottom out on that corner and ruin yourself and go hit the wall. But this corner is super easy with these cars. Brake even later than GT3s, even though it's uphill, as he now pushes with all of the electric power of the hybrid engine to get those top speeds. I think we can even show you. There you go, we got 280 km per hour on this straight as he stops at 293 km per hour. That is his fastest top speed there.
Down to 136 in about 100 yards. Absolutely terrifying.
It is indeed, as he now crosses the line there, but he will probably have to do another lap. Of course, this was the first one, possibly gonna be a better one. Let's see if he can do that sector that we saw better.
You can just tell the car just doesn't want to turn in at points where it just slides out the corner a bit wider than you perhaps want it to, and it's just a handful to get a car that just doesn't want to turn to actually get a good lap time out of it.
That might be setup related though. Oof. That was a lot more cutting, but it could still be done. He tries now to cross these two slow corners here. He cuts more this time and tries to get more exit speed, accelerating earlier. Let's see if it's gonna be enough. We can try and see again if he gets more top speed. 293 km per hour was the speed he got previously. Let's see if he can beat that. He does beat it, look, 300.
Oh, he's on the button this time.
You know, there's a chicane here, goes uphill, is a bit on the exit on the left side, full throttle on the downhill section, as he is about to cross the lines. Definitely an improvement, and he goes
much
up
better
to
lap.
third place, provisional third place, 1:06.6, 3 tenths behind the pole. Well, Wesley just said enough is enough, and he got the 1:05. No, it's not the first one. Actually, it was the first one, but Matthias also got a 1:05 as well. Interesting. He's doing another lap.
Well, that's surprising, but I guess if you got pace in the tyres on a third lap, you might as well go for it.
It's not about the pace though, it's about the battery. But yeah, that's over for him.
Well, that's not going to...
But yeah, I was surprised he was doing another lap because the battery would probably not be enough for 3 laps. But this is a short track, you can see 1 minute lap times.
Not necessarily sure how much, but he burned on the first lap, given he spiked over 300 on his second lap. So potentially he just realised he had some more in the battery. Like, all right, I'm just going to send another lap. Actually, he's also in the Porsche compared to the Acuras, which have been the dominant force. You can see how many there are, and you can see the lap times they're putting out already.
I just realized also the first lap, even though he was going quick, it's probably still warming up the tires and still wasn't using his battery like the second and, well, for the lap. We are seeing though that some of the drivers kept going for another lap. You now see Robin Duhamel trying another lap, but it's all yellow sectors for now. I'm not sure if it's gonna be an improvement. Yeah, it's not an improvement. It's still a lap to to just heat up the tires. Quantum Valley currently P16, he hadn't put the lap yet. He goes up to P15, currently last of the drivers that qualified. Still, of course, 9 minutes left. There's still a lot to go on about where the track state is going to be and who's going to actually get the pole. Matthias has been getting the pole every single race so far this season.
So far has quarter of a second to make up to Wesley Caspers, who's currently P1, but certainly up to the challenge based on the numbers he's put up so far. You used to get spat out so wide on the exit of 5.
Yeah.
But you need to take that exit so wide because you need to be on the throttle so hard you can't put more steering into the car because you need that car to be going straight, and if that sends you over the curb, so be it.
He actually is more dangerous on the curbs as well. It's not like the other GTPs.
Yes.
It's a very pointy car. But I don't think this is a fast lap. Oh no, he's still going 304 km/h. It might be still a fast lap for him.
See what the time is across the line then. Quarter of a second to make up. We'll put a purple up at the end of it. But that is very much off pace for him, so he's going to try and send it around again by the looks of it. Try and use the range of that battery, try and get that time down.
And Matthias stopped and he went to the pits as well, so that's that lap done.
Don't think Casper's able to improve on that 1 second off the pace he set on his first lap. Track might have gone away again momentarily.
Yeah, it seems it's better to just do it as early as possible. You see here, the track temperature has gone up actually.
Ooh, yes. Now, not to say it can't come back to us. We saw it in the GTD qualifying just now, right? Like, at the end, people just suddenly put up ridiculous lap times, but right now doesn't seem like you want to be on track.
You know, even though it's pretty clear the track, like with traffic-wise, it seems that the best lap times have been already done, unless you can do a magic lap right in the middle of the qualifying, which is rare to do, but we might see it. Wesley Cap's still on the yellow sector though, but look at that, a purple sector just appeared. Can he get another purple sector, and it might be enough to extend his lead over Matthias.
1 minute 5.7 the current time. Wilson Cross puts up another purple. And that will, in fact, be an improvement. 2/10 taken out the time, and that gap to Matthias is just growing right now. And we were saying the track's going away, so that... This is why we're in the commentary box and they're in the cars.
Yeah, it's true.
So what does Widgeon have in response? Currently going through the S's, and I think he's just been... Nope, that was a different car.
Just checking, Leon is currently the fastest of the GTP AM drivers, being in 7th overall. Another driver that seems to have a big gap between the other GTP drivers of the higher class here. Wesley now does have a purple sector. Let's go back on board with him. Currently only on the main straight here, the back straight, I mean. Really? Did I see the wrong Matthias? I thought he had the purple sector. Never mind. I think it was someone else.
No, it is a green for the 75 right now as he comes through over the hill, down into the final corner. But I'm not convinced that's going to be an improvement for him.
No, it's not. Still 1 second off. Of course, he can still keep going. Might have been just his lap warm up.
4.5 minutes left in this session, so not too much longer. If he's going to send it, he needs to make this one count. I don't think he's going to get another good run at it. Got a few cars in front of him. That'll help him down this backstretch. It's the perfect point to catch them, actually. He has the 3rd place car of Tommy Patero in front of him as well.
Yeah, we can see it right there. I'm not even sure. Yeah, he quit this lap. I think it's not going to be enough. Out of nowhere, Lorenzo has a first purple sector. Still yellow sectors on the other parts. So might not even be. Well, he can still improve. He's got like for 4th place he just needs 2/10. No, 3/10. I mean, which isn't too much, but of course, but every margin counts. Like every little part of the track, that little millisecond, it all adds up.
It adds up so quickly as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you can like, when we said the small margins, you can see how much Casper's actually managed to pull away from the field and how relatively spread out they are, considering it's what, half a second between Andon Young in 7th and Matthias Whiteton in 2nd. So I'm also definitely butchering surnames here. My apologies. I'm white British male. It's not going to go well for me. Got 3 minutes left in the session, and Zafoli's actually put up a purple and a green in that 104 car. Good chance of a decent lap time here. Coming up the hill for the final corner now.
It's not a lot of improvement.
No?
I mean, it's not enough at least. You can see how he was quicker, yeah, but that last sector it's what it didn't put him up to P4 or P3, yeah, P4, sorry. Which is, again, to make the perfect lap, you need to do all the sectors perfectly. And that's the hard part. You can do it on one lap, do a really good sector, but the other sector is gonna be bad, and then another lap you gotta do that good sector that you were missing out better, but the rest, it's just a complicated balance. And that's why these drivers are where they are, like Wesley, just way ahead of everyone else, just puts every single sector perfection.
And like, it is such a punishing track as well, because we were mentioning before the undulation, all the banking and whatnot. If you get thrown offline here, it can be very costly to pull yourself back onto it. Especially, again, 1 through 6, you need to be perfect through that especially, but the entire track, to be fair. So if you go off, you are going to hemorrhage time. Casper's coming through, step in the lap time, has a purple in the first sector, but 3 yellows afterwards probably doesn't bode well for his lap time overall. 1 minute 7.
He did a
He's going to have
as
to
well.
start on that 5.5 earlier. That would also do it.
Sometimes will improve his lap time, but still stays in P4. Leon still in P8. Now 4 cars behind him. What need 3 groups. Nice margin behind him. There are drivers who haven't put the lap time. I think. No, every of the GT3 pros have done, but they are free on the pits for some reason. I think they give up. They couldn't get out on track on time to do another lap. So this is well, last opportunity when, for example, Matthias, if he crosses the line, this will be his last lap time that he can do it. So this lap that he's doing now has to be the opportunity to get that pole position. It has to be now, because there's not going to be any other choice. Of course, the choice will be to pass Wesley on track, but it's a bit harder than you think.
I don't want to bet the lead of the race on ascending to turn 1, let's put it like that. I'd rather, if I want the lead at the start of the race, I need to take it now, but I need to find 4/10 on a track that seems to have slowed down for everybody based on the numbers we're seeing come up right now. Looks like Patero is going to have to settle for 3rd as he pulls the 8 machine into the pit lane. Check flag will come out. Last chance for drivers to set lap times, and most of them aren't bothering, they're just pulling it straight in.
Yeah, just practice your pit entry. Might as well. Which is something that most people should practice as well. Don't want to get a pit lane penalty because you didn't practice it. Anyway, Matthias, let's see. That's it, that's his lap time then.
That's not the track, sir.
That was it. Thank you. Well, we have Robin Duhamel and Ricardo Talley doing their lap times. 2 of the AM drivers trying to see if they can at least pass Sebastian van Hooven. That's currently P13 overall, P2 on the GT AM. There's only 6 GTP AM drivers today. Let's see. The line?
No.
Yeah, definitely not. Oh well, that is it for qualifying on Road Atlanta. As we now will go on to a warm-up.
Yep. Everyone just make sure they got their setup loaded, make sure they're happy with the track. I think for a lot of drivers, they're going to be unhappy with the track based on some of these qualifying results, but they're going to have to put up with it and just send it as hard as they can anyway.
Yeah.
But
Is what it is.
Wesley Caspers will be a pole sitter for the GTP class. And again, Giacomo Murgia will be on the pole for the GT3s. So we just flick through the results quickly.
We will see the grid in after warm-up ends. Of course, I can't do it for it, so
Yeah.
it is warm-up. So let's just see what the traffic is about to do. They might just practice. It's really important to practice in traffic, so they try to see some now on warm-up as well, as of course we'll take a break to go to the bathroom, just change that up real quick, something that you might want to do before the restart. But we will see some hard parts that are to overtake, but I know some of them, I can tell you, like the GTPs can actually overtake here on the S's, but before it goes totally downhill. Like this part, they can go on the outside, that's on the inside to the next corner, but after this part they have to wait it until after the bumpy part. That's it, yeah.
And finally, just as a reminder, as for every week, you do not start on the green flag, you start when your class goes on in the start zone, which is down the hill alongside the blue right curve on your left. Now, all that leads me to say is, I hope you all enjoy your race, be safe, have fun.
And it is our race director, Andy Tapman. It's explaining that the start zones, of course, it's always flight class and not when it's green flag. Unlike, for example, the racing officials, which makes sense.
Start zone is the curbing on the downhill just about here. Where that curb is on the left is the start zone marked out. I believe it's leader's control.
Yes, it is. Leader of each class.
Yes. So a good chance to get a jump on your opponents.
Competitors going in the middle there, threading the needle of both GT3 cars.
So the thing about Road Atlanta is, yeah, most of the track is tied up behind people, especially through here. Turn 1 is so wide. You have so many options to go around and through cars. Even it's your own class, if you're trying to get past GT3s, you can do so much work getting through traffic into turn 1. You've got a long straight to build up momentum, and there's just so much space to work in. If you can work the entirety of that corner, you have so many options available to you. Obviously, the preferred thing is to beat them on the straight, and you have a massive one to work on as well.
Do you reckon we will see some bump drafting as well on this track?
I wouldn't risk it, personally. And again, big straight, potential, but I don't want to be the guy who spins a car trying to get a bump draft going. I'd rather just sit behind, build momentum, and then either stay in line if I feel like I can't make the overtake, or just shoot the insides into the chicane and hope for the best.
Some auto drivers practicing their pit entries, as you can see here. A lot of GT3s doing it at the same time. A lot of them, but yeah, you need to practice it. It's really important because this one is a bit awkward. It's not a straight line. It's a track in itself.
I think the important thing is not just practicing pit entering with cars around you, because one of the very easy ways to lose time is being stuck on the left side coming into through the final chicane. If you've got cars on your inside and you need to pick pit lane, you have to wait at that point. You need to be able to get clear and get into pit lane. So just making sure you're aware of where everyone else is and making sure people can actually get into that entry. Crucial here. Especially if you're taking 2 stops in a 60-hour race. That is a very rapid flow of traffic through there, especially when the pit cycle comes around.1 minute left in this phase of warm-up. Oh,
It's taking the short course, I mean.
That is illegal. Don't do that during the race. You will get a penalty.
What do you mean it's a shortcut? No, it's not a shortcut.
I mean, it's a shortcut in terms of race distance. In terms of race time, you might be suffering. Oh, no!
Don't do that in the race, please. It's fine to test it now, but yeah, just be mindful of the car ahead.
Find your limits, but you've got to be careful on those ends. You know, if the car doesn't see you coming or doesn't think you're alongside enough and you send it in anyway, you are going to get your front bumped and you're both going around at that point.
Looks to me just the car that was behind just kind of locked up and just went straight. Tried to brake later than usual, but yeah.
Yeah, so you need to be mindful. If you're braking, you need to make sure you have control of the car all the way through and not send it off of the curb there. I guess checkered flag, just get rid of the car as fast as possible.
So, Wesley Casper starts in P1, Matthias in P2, Tommy Patera in P3, Tom Desmond in P4, Danny Hugendorn in P5, Lorenzo Foley in P6, P7 for Aidan Young, Leon Elwood in P8, Juan Salval in P9, Christian Glebsen in P10, Alvaro Gutierrez in P11, Albert P in P12, Sebastian van der Hulve in P13, Robin Duhamel in P14, Ricardo Tan in P15, Ruben Segue in P16, Jean Diaz in P17, and Jack Reeve in P18. That's it for the GTPs. As we see the GT3s, we have P19 for Giacomo Murgia, Alessandro Maris in P20, P21 for Carlos Boza, Ferran Bailon in P22, Adam Watson P23, David Danzani P24, Alex Sotti P25, P26 for Marcelo Reales, P27 for Samir Ashad, Yashal Yunus in P28, Roberto Kovac in P29, Wood Cousins in P30, Dario Maggiore in P41, Bart Charlotte in P42, Emric Malda in P43, Stefan Albanese in P44, Gareth Spence in P45, Tim de Hood in P46, P47 for Anthony 40, Michael Butt P38, Amy Graham in P49, Matteo Lemre in P40, P41 for Roberto Filippi, and George Hill is not there, it's just he registered instead of going watch the race, but he is the steward.
The ghost of George Hill will ride shotgun on this field. And I will say, for the GT3s especially, it's going to be very important to get the start as clean as possible and get into racing position as fast as possible. You don't want to be fighting when the GTPs catch up to you, because if you do, it's going to be absolute bedlam.
Look at all those Acuras.
There might be a strong car this season.
There's only one Cadillac and one BMW apparently today. A lot of variety.
Well,
it's a shame because the Cadillac sounds the best. I would just love to see more Cadillacs.
I will agree, but when one car has such a performance advantage over all the others, if you're looking for position, which everybody in this field is looking for, you're going to take the good car, unfortunately.
Yeah, and everyone, you know, they decide the car on the first week of iRacing, which is usually where our season starts. So right away, everyone could tell the Acura was going to be the fastest, so they just stick to it for the rest of the season. And because the car wasn't BOP'd, it's still the choice to use for the rest of the season. Like the Ferrari got BOP'd a bit more torque after Daytona, 24 hours, but it's still behind every Audi and Lamborghini.
Clearly more buffs potentially in the BOP after the season ends, but for now, the Ferraris are just going to have to suffer. 2 more corners before the pace car pulls away, and we'll get the field underway as you see the GT3 field a bit further afield.
You can see their position on the track. There you go, and there it is. Wesley Casper starts the race. But I think it was too early. That wasn't the start zone that was supposed to be happening. I think it's gonna get a penalty for sure.
get the message on the radio immediately. Please check start. That indicates to me that that is an early jump, or at least a suspected early jump for Caspers. And well, if he's not the early jump, he's going to make use of it right now because
This is the
he's not
start zone.
late. He's clear.
This was a supposed start zone, and that's why it was obvious that they started a bit too soon, because as soon as I changed camera, it was like, wait, that's the start already? That wasn't supposed to happen. It really wasn't supposed to happen.
Well, he's got the jump. He's got a second on everybody already, so see if race control gets involved with that one. But right now you can see the rest of the GTP field single file behind, just trying to make time. Looks like a few cars have gone off this. Car looks like it's stuck in turn 6.
E23,
Off track.
Aiden Young, and Team de Hond, Marcel Reales. We will check everything in a bit. Let's just see more at the start, because there are still racing happening. Still a car stop there. I think it's still Aiden Young on track on the hairpin. We will check it.
Review maintenance, race control.
Oh, temperature starts control. That was all in zone. I think it was dirty air that killed him.
You lose the grip in the tyres, the car just shoots off, and as soon as you're in that gravel, you are just a passenger. There is no recovering that. Sent straight into the tyre barrier, and you have to believe that's going to be his day over.
Look at this, the teammates again of the Maxim Racing being pretty close to each other, and then we have Carlos Buzzard just right in the middle. He's fighting a whole team here.
Doing his best to at least stay in lockstep right now. You're maybe not going to get too many positions. You don't want to be fighting too much. Again, that GTP field is closing.
Last one.
I think we can check out incidents, right?
Alright, I think, yeah, everyone seems to be single file right now, so...
First one I saw was Walter went off track. Where? Is he gonna use the cups and is it? Yeah, this is the problem I was talking about. It can bottom out on that corner. But that's why he pretty much was behind everyone. We have Aiden, yeah, I saw it. Aiden Young got an off track by doing... Oh, kinda got stuck and then he crashed with, I think that was Leon Ellerwood.
Had a little bit of a rub afterwards just to show displeasure. But yeah, that car is going to the pit lane, I think.
Yeah, that's the incident. We can check it again. Or what was the problem here? It seemed like both got
Honestly,
I think it was some netcode.
yeah, I think it was netcode as well. That jink to left that Young does as he gets ticks at the corner, that looks to be like a clean front right to back left netcode incident to me. It's unfortunate for both drivers, but
Yeah.
it is the way it is.
Marcel Real is here. Oh, there was
Him around. Oh no!
there was Ferran Bailan. He lost control and then 2 cars crashed into him.
There's no reaction time. There's nowhere for anybody to go there. You are single file, basically flat out through that section. You're just hoping against hope you don't get too much damage there because you cannot slam on the brakes. You cannot pull around. You're just trying to go through as best you can. Oh, 3 wide through turn 1.
Yeah, already we are seeing the GTPs catching up to the GT3s. About what, like 3? Of course, these were some that got involved in accidents. Possibly they got already done the fast repair. That's why their cars are intact again. No, actually, did you see that Audi there of who is it? It is from Team de Hond. No. Ferran Ballon is the Audi. The other is Marcel Real, sorry. That's still damaged, so he didn't pit. I think Ferran Ballon also didn't pit for repairs on his car.
You know you have to pit in 15 to 20 minutes anyway. So I'm thinking he's just going to ride. If the damage isn't too bad, you could ride, take the repair on your scheduled stop, and not lose too much time on track.
It's possibly to be done, yeah.
I think if you pit now, you're definitely looking at another pit stop in this race. I don't think you want to be doing a 3-stop around here.
Another thing happened to Ferran Ballon as we were watching them get past. What happened here? Watch out for the GTP. No, it was just a car ahead of him. It was too slow for him, and yeah, that managed to crash. Did he return safely? He does. Yeah, he does. And his teammate there with the Ferrari, still behind everyone. It's not a good day for the GT3 cars of the No Limits.
Still 55 minutes left of this race.
Yes,
Plenty of
slow down.
time, but not a lot of space.
Lorenz had to slow down because he was gonna hit that GT3. Now he's on trouble with Danny Hugendorn right behind him. He's
About
gonna
as
pass
close
it.
to a bump draft as you can get without actually bump drafting, I have to say. Hugenhorn getting the limit perfectly there in terms of spacing.
Yeah, he even fuel saved a bit by using the clutch. I could hear it. Just it disengaging the engine. Let's see what is happening here with the GT3s here. Because was still trying to catch those mag drivers. Ooh, got a little bit bumped there by Wesley.
This is going to stack up the field a little bit. See, there's an opportunity for Bose to come through here. He's going to be close. This might be a chance for Morris to take P1, but he's a bit too far back and the GTP's coming through. It's unlikely. It's moments like that that create overtaking opportunities where the cars get stacked up a little bit. That lets the driver behind close that gap, moves to the inside, takes a look for a dive. Unfortunately, that space occupied by Prototype doesn't. No window for it.
Well, he's gonna be in trouble now with no, actually the Lombard. He actually got a pretty top speed there, Carlos Boza, from the car behind the Lamborghini. As look, the teammates are fighting each other. Is he gonna take it? He's gonna take it right to the inside, and he overtakes Alexander Miles to peep 2 on the GT3s.
The door was open. They're not happy about it behind him, but this might be a big counter-send. Actually, he might look to the inside of turn 1. Nope, chooses better of it. Stays single file.
That GTP right in the middle there, that was dangerous. Now he's gonna try and overtake before this little bumpy part, and he goes on. As we now see a bit distance between P1 and P2 by 8/10.
And this is the damage that the Prototypes can do. If they just end up in the middle of you, in a chain of cars, breaks the toe of the car in front and leaves you very vulnerable. You can see an absolute swarm of cars behind, both Prototypes and GT3s. And Bose just cuts down in front of the GTP saying, hey, please break the toe for me. I think he's got away with that.
That's a lapped car there ahead. I think that's Aiden Young on that GTP. Oh, that's Jean Diaz going for the grass. Just to avoid hitting the car ahead. That puts him in danger from Albert Prim. Albert Prim is gonna try and send it. No, he's still gonna wait a bit. He's still a bit. Yeah. It seemed like he was gaining the speed there. But yeah, it's gonna wait for another time. After all that, we didn't see any more crashes happening, so everyone's still keeping it under control.
And if we go back to the launch incident again, whatever Casper's did at the start is definitely paid off for him, because he's been able to go through the first round of traffic, pulled out a 4.8 second lead on the field right now. He is definitely putting his foot down, trying to just get as far away from everyone as possible. Don't know what the situation on that with race control is, but we'll keep you updated.
If he was investigated, there was nothing to talk about that.
Back into this GT3 fight then. Mara sat in 3rd place. Looks like he's closed up the gap a little bit. Now just riding in the coattails of Carlos Boza. And he's been cleared of GTP traffic for now, so if he gets a chance for a run, he doesn't have to worry about it.
We missed the overtake, but yeah, it was on that same straight that I said that was gonna happen, but now Jean Diaz is on the attacking here.
Counter dive? Ooh.
That was dangerous. It's a bit risky to do it on such a fast corner, let's just say that. Oh, but look, he went off track. Jean Diaz got really close now, but yeah, again, on these S's you cannot try and overtake. He's gonna have to wait for the next straight, but look, the 2 cars behind him, super close now. The BMW of Ricardo Taylor and the Acura of Ruben Segman. Let's see, wait out and see what's gonna happen here.
And the problem is DS might have gotten close through the chicanes, but unfortunately, if he's breaking the gap before this straight, he's not going to get the advantage of the toe he needs to really pull alongside. And with a lot of pressure behind.
Pretty far away now.
Yes, I think he's going to have himself for 11th place for now.
Oh, what is
that's
that?
a car off. That is in the top of the S's.
Sorry.
I couldn't tell which car.
It's car number 17, which I'm trying to see what it is. It was Marcelo Reals or Emmy Graham. Let's see. Let's see this car first. This car was already broken in the front. That's the front bumper.
Oh, and you've got no downforce on the front. The car does not want to turn, and he just gets spat into the wall.
Yeah, but that wasn't... Okay, this car was already destroyed like hell.
And this car has no rear end, so it's going to get really spinny and also spat out into the wall.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't even show the incident happening, so...
She's just driving off with it. Like, that car has no rear wing and it's still going.
It looks like the road car version, not the GT3 version. Well, the back is completely different, but yeah.
Welcome to the Touring Car Championship, I guess.
Even touring cars have massive rear wings now.
Fair enough.
Unless the British one, I think they probably don't have.
No, I don't actually know. I was just trying to make a cheap joke. I'm not sure what touring cars look like these days. You remove the front, you get a wheel and modified. That's as far as I know.
Yeah, that's what also reminded me of. Look at how close now John Deere is to Albert Prim. But of course, he needs to get close enough for the straight, which is a part that he has to overtake it on.
He was close last time around, and then out of turn 5, he just sort of lost that gap. I think it's happened again. And it's okay getting close through the S's if you can't maintain that gap.
Now it has to be close.
Points.
Is it close? It
this
is
looking
close.
better.
Oh, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It's because the Porsche got a much better exit than the Cadillac itself.
I'm staying on board, but I'm not... Yeah, this would be a very late lunge if we went for it, I have to believe.
It's not happening, that's for sure.
Nope, stay single file.
This would have been pretty close all race, though the traffic have changed some gaps for them. And there's another car right ahead of him, so he's gonna have to be a little more patient. So with Lorenzo, you're gonna have to be patient, but look at that. Tom Des has to be defending the inside, but there was a car already on the inside, so he has to go on the outside instead. And another GT3 ahead of him is going... Both of them are going to overtake, but watch out for the Ferrari! Ooh!
Oh, contact bumper to bumper. You had to believe something was going to happen there. You can see how much Dasmal's had to compromise his line just to get through the traffic. Just ends up concertinaing behind and not enough room left for the car behind to really get his brakes on in time.
Italian and Mattel were involved in something which I need to check. Ooh! Oh!
Oh no!
That is brutal. Let's see what happened to Mattel for that to happen. Did you just turn into him?
It gets in the quarter and then just spinning back onto track. There's no room to react if you're the GTP there. And
that was bizarre. Okay, that's why Ricardo told him he went to the pits. Ricardo Tallinn, I mean. Oh, watch out for the GTP! And these were two, and then it's it.
Oh no! That,
I
got
think
loose.
I was completely side by side with the braking.
Yeah, they were a bit too close there for the whole segment of the corners. Of course, that's gonna happen.
And if you're offline on this track and you're trying to race as hard as you are if you would single file, that car is not going to have the grip it needs to stay pointing forwards.
Are you talking about the 4X Alvaro?
Left 10, please.
Okay, so the start wasn't investigated yet.
No, just a little bit later in turn 2.
Matthias is on the leading.
Can you check,
Something happened to Wesley.
jump it or lap
Oh.
10?
He hasn't pitted, so
Yeah, we're
something
looking at that one,
happened to him. And I need to check if I can find the event.
Car gets spin off at turn 1. Just seems to be just a lack of grip for everybody in some of these corners where they try to get the car turned across. Yep, there it is. Lionel out, limping around, trying to get the car parked. I have a feeling this is just going to be turns.
Steps
and
on the grass,
car
doesn't it?
says,
Yes, it does.
never mind.
Yeah, that tends to happen. You need to be careful of the sides of your car. That's it, in the pits. Now, what happened to Wesley? Because I'm really curious to see what happened to him.
Wishton will at least resume the lead of the race. 2.7 second gap to the car behind, and then 7.5 and counting gap. So top 2 looking very secure here. Through turn 1, last turn, excuse me, coming into turn 1.
He did go to the pits. But look,
Oh.
I think this is the penalty, a drive-through penalty. Because he's not stopping the car, you see? So this is a penalty you guys get.
He would be the front pit.
Yep.
No, he's past the pit box. That is a drive-through penalty served.
That is his race ruined because of a mistake of not following the league rules. Which you need to be careful, and it was, well, told you about many times, many races. You always have the start zone. Yeah, that's basically his race win potentially gone as he's trying to.
Oop, 3 wide, coming through onto the backstretch, but that yellow car looked very loose on exit. Struggling to get the power down, Aiden Young and their 427 machine.
Yeah. Aiden still, still has some cars behind him, even though he went to the pits. Oh, Christian Gamstetter, Danny Hugendorn and Wesley Caspers currently fighting each other.
Absolute dogfight on the track right now.
I mean, Alpha Gutierrez, sorry. Well, it's still a bit behind. You can see them on turn 1, but he will be joining this battle for sure. We will see these 4 cars pretty much together around.
Glances needs to have his eyes backwards here. Oh, never
That's one
mind.
out. That's one out. Manages
Good
to
job
catch
saving it there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, like, okay, you might lose some position now, but that car is pointing forward. That's more you can say for some of the cars that lost it through there today. It's a good job there.
It's most
for
important
Danny.
in a race to actually finish it anyway.
There's some quote by some famous F1 driver, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think if you mean in order to finish first you need to finish.
Something like that.
I personally like the if gap car.
That is how you don't finish. And Gutierrez is looking to use this GT3 to try and split the field, but unfortunately they just get through him on the front stretch as well. So still a 3-car battle for position, 3rd place being contested here. The pit window looking like it potentially starts to pry its way open for these cars as well.
Oh, he lost it. Christian Glassen's exhausted. And he hit the wall, unfortunately. Man, these cars are losing grip so much on this track.
Again, like, you are pushing the car to its limit through the S's. If you're too wide through there, you're going to be offline somewhere, and if you're trying to put more pressure on that car through there, it's just going to give. You are going to go sideways, you're going to hit a wall, and you're going to make an unscheduled pit stop. That will be a toe taker for Glamsetter, as he's just going to have to wait and rethink his actions there. Not sure if there's contact potentially that could have sent him around, but just rough racing all around. Alright, Wesley Caspers actually gaining on 3rd place here. Gutierrez getting a bit of pressure piled on here.
He was quick, it's just that the penalty, well, screwed him over. He's gonna really have to push it. Oh, That's
Oh, that's another car
another
out.
car. In fact, that's Tom Dadsville. And another GT3. So everyone's just getting destroyed black by black for some reason. We will check it out right now. Actually, before that, there's a crash that I missed, and I'm curious about it. Where is Ruben Segment and why did he crash?
Coming into the final corner, getting on some GTs.
Oh, again, the balance of the cars is ruined him, but he managed to keep going. That's
Didn't hit
important.
the wall. That's all you can ask for when you're going around like that. Is if you don't hit the wall, the car is going to be completely fine. Your tyres might be scuffed. You're getting off them soon anyway, potentially. Oh,
That's what happened. That's what happened to Leon before. So I didn't see this incident with Ruben before. Actually, more happened. We didn't see this.
I think his tyres were just not in a state where he's able to control it, and he just got a little bit uncomfortable. The Spence just goes for a little bit of a self-spin there, backs it off track.
Please, yeah, just be careful to not be in front of anyone. Just letting the other cars pass.
Yeah, waiting, get the car pivot around, and other than a bruised ego, scot-free.
Okay. Aldo Gutierrez is really in trouble with Wesley now. Before we check the other incidents, let's just see if he passes here. It's going on the inside. Be careful with
Easy
Matteo
dive.
on the inside.
Checks for
Or
a double
Anthony
hit.
Beretta.
And yep, Hoondorn just moves through. Says thank you. Oh, there's that. No, that's not Hoondorn. My apologies. That's
427 and lapped me while I was fighting for a position. I don't know.
He's complaining about the car that I had that didn't move out the way.
no, that's a car unlapping himself that he's not happy about.
No, yes, but I think it was the GT3 first that was complaining. Of course, Aiden can unlap himself. He's still, in the race. They still have to pit, but there we go. Actually, both cars just went to the pit. Alright, so.
Just to clarify, did he
Washington still on
unlap himself
track.
on you?
As is Caspers, as is Hogendorn.
With a lap down.
Yeah, he's calling about Aiden Young that was unlapping himself. But if Aiden thinks he's fast, he should be trying to unlap himself, right? They are still racing. They still need to do their pit stops anyway. Okay. So we saw the Christian Glamset to crash. Perrin Ballon Tom Dadsville. This was what I was looking for. Oh, that's what happened. And that's why what happened.
That's the concertina you don't want to happen, as Tom Dadswell gets collected in that as well, or is that a separate incident?
It was the same. Because we can see it, the crash happened because he got touched, yeah?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's P2
Just sort
gone.
of see what happened there.
And, yeah. This car doesn't have a rear either. It's another super modified. No wait, it's super modified though. What's it called? The ovals? They are like this?
The Wheeler modified
Wheeler
series
modified,
is
yeah.
the one you're thinking of.
Exactly, yeah.
As Kevin, I think, yeah, as soon as he spins out there, keeps control of the car. Fair play. Unfortunately, though, doesn't seem like it's a drivable car, so we'll just take the tow instead.
We are seeing the GT3s hitting.
This will be scheduled service for them. Adam Watson marks us third place. I'm trying to see where the leader is.
The leader is in the pits. See? He's leaving the pits.
I was the GT3 leader, sorry. Mergy is
GT3.
still on track, I believe.
Yes, he is on the straight, right before the chicane now.
So we'll see what the play is. You'd have to believe he wants to pit soon. Doesn't.
Yeah,
No,
he
he's
is
gonna
pit
let
now, he is
traffic
pitting
by?
now.
Yep, there we go. Comes in. I forget pit exit is a bit later. It's past the hill.
Go. So there's all pit stops done. Everyone has done their pit stops. GTPs and GTPs. Surprisingly, it's at the same time. It's good.
I guess it works
on,
out.
Matteo.
You need to take two in the race.
Well,
It's
Carlos
gonna-
was just complaining about someone. Matteo, yeah. Again. He should be leaving out the car. If by doing that, you just ruining it for yourself as well. Can he actually pass it? Giacomo is still in the pits. He's exiting the pits. Carlos Bosse is here. Let's see if he can make it. Giacomo has started to accelerate.
And I think that GTP is also going to ruin the day of Carlos Bowser as well. He's going to compromise his Exxon, maybe not too much. I think Bowser got the best of the racing line there. Takes a lot of the curb with him as well. But...
little off track there, but fine. What I noticed is, you see where the other GTPs have been residing, the same teammates. They're gone.
True.
It was, well, it was Alessandro Maras, which is out, and David Lanzani. I need to check what happened to them because this is interesting to hear about. Albert Priem, another position trying to get there of P3 Sebastian van der Heuvel. You can check now by class, and I think this is both GT3 AM's drivers. Yes, they are.
Oh, half a look at the inside there for Priem, but nothing doing.
The GT3 AM drivers fighting for a podium here.
It's a strong showing for them, honestly. You're obviously looking at next season like, can we make the step up? Can we get onto the big boy pro ladder? But right now it's just a dogfight for this third place.
Actually, Sebastian is.
Look at the inside.
I'm sorry, I thought Albert Priem was also in the AM, but no, it's Sebastian and João Diaz. But still, Sebastian for himself is doing pretty good, I would say. But yeah, he is in danger. He is in danger.
Unfortunately, Priem's going to make it a very miserable day. Oh god, it's back to the outside late as Priem. And it's this sort of like slow relays defending from Sebastian Van. It's actually doing him a lot of work right now, where he's covering a lot of angles that really Priem's looking for. It just makes it so hard to pass if they're just slowly moving on track, take the optimal racing line, that it's really hard to actually engineer a pass because you need that space to work in to get alongside. Some good defending here. Sebastian needs to find some pace to break away because he cannot be doing this indefinitely. Having another shot down to that turn 10 chicane. Gaining speed all the while in the toe. There is a GT3 in front, and Sebastian goes to the left, and there is no chance of an overtake, and Priem catches the car right on entry. It's really going to compromise his speed through and allow Sebastian to just pull away a little bit. Still danger close though. They'll go for another lap here, giving chase all the while, and again, traffic is going to be an issue. Don't really want to be catching these cars at bad times, and if you put a GT3 between you, that is going to slow up majestically.
Yeah, but look, Sebastian also has it, and it's even a worse spot because he has to wait for after this corner. Finally managed to get...
Traffic taketh away. But yeah, you're actually perfectly right. They are going to be, again, in lockstep coming onto this backstretch. With the GT3 leaders in front of them.
Still wonder what happened to the Mac drivers. I'm trying to find the incident, but I cannot see it.
No overtake chance this time. But Sebastian has a GT in front of him. Albert will also clear it, but again, looking very close. Last time by it was about 4/10, now down to just a quarter of a second.
Found it. Okay, so I want to see what happened, but this battle is still going on, so I think we should wait.
I have my bucket of popcorn, I have my over-expensive soda, I am here for this fight.
Yeah, we need to wait. Sorry everyone, we will see what happened to those drivers, but for now this battle is heating up for sure. This is it. Albert Priem can go on the inside right now and overtake Sebastian. He's gonna wait it. No, he's just gonna do it. Oh no, actually I had more grip on the outside. Albert just gave up. Now João Diaz is super close to him, under the second right behind. Danny Hugendorn right behind João Diaz as well. So this might be a fight, four-way fight to P3. It really depends on if Sebastian can keep it ahead. But I think he will give up soon. He is really struggling to keep Albert Priem behind him. Every time he's in traffic, it helps him, but it's not gonna last for long, is it?
Like, Priem can hold the position behind Sebastian, but I don't know if he has enough to get the overtake done right now. He's just stayed behind consistently, and even when he's had the whole backstretch for a tow, I think his car just might have a little too much drag in it to really make the overtake.
It makes sense for the Acura being the strongest car here. I think it really is helping him. Look, even behind, Danny now is super close to João Dias, the Cadillac versus the Acura, and the Acura, ooh, he made a mistake!
Bad time to get the cut to Hugendorn there.
Again, nice for him to actually keep it on track, but he is really struggling with that car compared to the other Acura drivers. Okay, now that's a disappear. Again, traffic ruined for Aberpriem. Let's just check out what happened to Alessandro Mares here. Is he gonna get tapped? He got tapped!
Oh no.
And straight to the wall.
Such a sad way to go out like that. The GTP just gets your inside, you go around, and again, if you're at max grip there doing the racing, imagine when you're offline, skidding out.
He tries to keep going even with damage. Why?
This doesn't end well. Yeah, there's just a massive mid-corner wobble. I think he's just like, I need to park this.
Yeah, and for David Lanzani, his teammate, what happened? It's not the same car, is it?
It looks like it's going to a bump draft.
It is! The same GTP was involved in both incidents. But,
I guess a compromised exit for the GTP, and Lanzani has nowhere to go at that point. It just gets into the back of him.
And he quits as well.
He retires the car in style.
He does, yeah. This battle's still going on, so we didn't miss it. Aberpriem is still behind Sebastian, and we see Danny still trying to catch against João Dias. This time he got close as well after that little moment. We will keep an eye on both of these drivers, both of these fights.
I will say for Wesley Caspers though, what was the drive-through that took him out of the race? That gap is coming down. He's in second place, only 12 seconds off the leader right now. There's still a chance for him in this race. Still half of it to go. Given the pace he showed before he had to come through for a penalty, there's a good chance he can still make that first place. But right now, Sebastian all over the track. And Priam right in his tracks. Oh, GT3 dicing though, and both drivers getting blocked a little bit here.
This helped him. This helped so much for Sebastian though. It didn't help for João Dias as he's now in trouble. From Danny. Danny's gonna try it now, he's still gonna keep it behind. It's too dangerous to overtake it like that, so.
Yeah, if you're pinned right to the inside there, you've got nowhere to go. You have to just sort of back out a little bit.
He's now in danger. Aberpriem actually made a mistake there with the traffic, so now he's in danger from João Dias. But the thing is, he's got the inside for the next one. I think João Dias, even though he has the top speed for it, I think it's not going to be an overtake done, is it? We'll see.
Danny Hugendorn here, he can get the preferred line of whichever line comes through, but no, they just get it single file as he gets behind them, so no chance of that. But now Gutierrez in the back of this fight, and we have the Flory down to fourth place. They're going to be fine through the S's. There's not too many cars in front of them. Young gets on the radio a little bit. But now they're going to catch the traffic through the S's.
Just trying to find the right camera. There it is. For the turn, because I am seeing some gaps, but the GT3 is still not having any of these cars. The gaps are now more than half a second. The traffic GT3 overall is also pretty much far away. You don't see anyone close by on the GT3 side.
Closest fight, I guess, would be Goossens and Arshed for fourth, but even that looks. It looks so far apart when you're used to seeing these close margins in the GTP. Just seeing this gap, 6/10 looks so much further in these cars, and I don't know why.
I know, but look at the GTPs though. They are much closer.
Diaz has caught the back of Priam. Sorry, that's Hugendorn on the back of Diaz. Still on the back of Priam. They all filter through turn one. Goossens getting his rear heated up. No, that's... He's actually doing the heating up on Arshad still as the traffic immediately on the blinker saying, hey, I'm in a race here, let me by.
Yeah.
Vanderson will come through cleanly.
There he goes. John Deere got overtaken now by Denny. And now Denny is going to try to get that Porsche of Albert Cream. Meanwhile, Sebastian got a 3-second ahead of the GTPs that were fighting, so this is good headroom for him. He can keep that podium possibly, and it's a podium overall, not even just for his class. It's a podium overall, which even is more satisfying.
Indeed. Obviously, there's still very much of this race to go, still another round of pit stops to come, but
Oh,
you
something
buy yourself a
happened.
bit of breathing room.
With Aiden Young, he's... Let's see,
Definitely pointing the wrong way, though.
real quick before we go back to the battles. So this is Carlos Bozer right behind him. Indy made a mistake.
Takes too much curb, just unsettles the car, rear end splats down too hard, and just loops on him. Doesn't look like he got too much of a tyre barrier, but yeah, that car is definitely going to be dinged up.
Then he got really close to Aubrey now. Look at that. He's gonna probably catch him on the straight with the accurate power. Let's see. Yeah, it's 4 tenths, almost 5 tenths. I don't think it's gonna be enough. It looks close, but it's not enough. But you can see, look at the distance between it. It goes really, really close. Look at how fast it goes down, but for this straight, it's not enough. He's already braking. He's already taking it patiently.
Just back off. Make sure you're not plowing to the rear end of anyone coming through that chicane. If you can't get them, you might as well just keep your car alive, try and go next. See if the traffic that's coming up can help you out a little bit more on the next lap. That's the thing, is you're passing so many cars on this track, you are getting so many opportunities that someone slips up slightly, opens the window, and that's when you can make your move. You don't necessarily need to make a low percentage dives like you would have had there. Israel's, I think, is going to have a very bad day very shortly.
He's already
Coming
having a
through
bad
the
day
S's.
since lap 1 or so. Remember that crash with the Ficubus Farhan?
Yes.
Yeah, he was involved in that, and it's on the same corner too, but something different happened this time. Also, what happened to Amy here? Is it all in a... oh no? Let's see. Just stopping the car, is it? I think it is, yeah, I think that's it. Just gave up.
So,
Oh, I was seeing that. You see, Danny got 1 second of... There you go, that's why they lose him some speed.
a little bit too much curb there, friend. Now on board with Gutierrez as he's hunting down the 6th place of João Diaz. You can see he's just patient here. Doesn't need to do anything too crazy. This is an opportunity for Houdon. He's going to have the advantage. Doesn't get alongside though. And again, you're diving into these S's. It's a very risky move if you go there. So thinks better of it. Doesn't. Gets the correct amount of curb that time by and will stay in the trails of the car in front.
Blue flag, please. Johnny.
This might be it. Look, this will be an opportunity for an overtake. They're super close to each other already. I mean, you can see the Acura has a lot of power. This might be it. If he goes to the inside, who's going to defend the inside?
No,
Jean
he's
Dizzy
going to
fit it?
defend the inside here.
Oh, and there's traffic right
GT's
ahead.
in front. This is going to get dangerous. He gets by the GT. Beautiful pick maneuver there by Gutierrez, but my God, it looked terrifying from on board.
And Jean even lost more time because of traffic, because he had the GTP there ahead of him. So that's one battle done. Let's go back to this one. Danny and Albert Prim. Actually,
that's what you have to do with traffic, right? You have to maneuver in such a way that it forces your opponent to slow down to avoid the traffic. That if you get alongside them and the GT's on the preferred line, you just have to slow down. And if you're able to get the dive on that GT as well, works out perfectly for you.
look, Sebastian lost all of that advantage he had from the other cars. He is now super close to that. Danny is super close to him, I mean. Wesley Casper is now 6 seconds behind the leader, by the way.
Absolute drive from Caspers today. As we say, we've seen Hugendorn make some good overtakes on some cars previously in this stint alone, so there's a good chance that Sebastian might have to wave goodbye to that podium, unfortunately. Not going to happen this time by. Hugendorn can wait for his opportunity to come to him, but...
Real quick, I missed it. Let's see how he overtook. It was on the straight here. He's gonna...
He just send it down the inside, yep.
He does, yeah.
Clean maneuver, gets it done before the braking zone, basically, and just comes clean through. Fair play to both drivers. It's a credit to Priam to realise he's been beat under braking there, so just doesn't do anything too crazy, just lets himself get past. And we're just slotting behind. Keeping it pretty close, you know, not losing too much time overall, but oh.
Super close, look at this.
Looking very spicy.
He's already ahead of him. He is definitely ahead of him on this corner.
That's done, that's done.
And Albert Priam as well.
Compromised, yep. Because as soon as you get put offline, you're so slow because you're offline. If the car behind sees the window, they can just dive down to your inside as well, get that follow through, get that position. And it turns out Priam just needs to wait for someone else to do the overtake for him. So now, Widgeon has the lead, but that is slowly being closed on by Caspers. Hugendorn will ride in third, Priam and Van der Hoeven behind them in fifth. Gutierrez in sixth, Diaz in seventh, Dumal, Zvoli and Daz will round out your top 10. And that is very close for Caspers there on traffic. Almost gets into the rear of the 45, but keeps it pointing forwards and just slowly reeling them in. Second round of pit stops going to be happening soon. And 6.3 seconds is the gap for now. We'll see what the battle on pit lane is actually. You can see it's just chunks being taken out of Witchen's lead as Caspers decides to come down to pit lane. I think he is actually the first to pit. So these leaders.
Yeah. From the leaders, yes.
It feels like such a slow plod when you have the front box. You are driving down the entirety of pit road on your limiter, just seeing cars around you go by. I think you must feel confident overall to come in this early. It's going to be probably 17 minutes to go by the time he gets out. We'll see if he can get that undercut working for him.
Hopefully he doesn't get trafficked. Oh, run him! Okay, that was fast. That was a fast approach to the GT3.
That's the thing, with such a speed difference, sometimes you just catch the mid-corner and it just feels absolutely terrifying because they are not carrying anywhere near as much velocity through that corner as you are. You have to do something to not plow into them. It is a terrifying experience the entire way through.
It's actually a better position. Aiden Young actually catching cars ahead of him, even after his pit stop. Let's see, I think there's damage on the front of that car. Let's see. Gearbox. I was actually trying to see the front of that Acura. It does seem a bit sketchy, but it's probably just the way the Acura is.
Yeah, Neil has been in the wars this race, unfortunately, so going to be missing out on a little bit of overall performance, but still able to keep on the back of Glamster right now.
And he goes to the pit.
And never mind, Glamster comes into the pit lane. Hugendorn will ride in second, he'll stay out, as will Priam, as will Van der Hoeven. And Casper's 2 seconds behind them, but has crucially taken his second pit stop and is already closing. See Priam a bit too far back to do anything here.
Wait for it. Look at how he does his corners though. Sebastian really got the advantage on the corners, that's for sure.
Just feels so confident on exit, especially just to get his foot down. There's the advantage of having just a really nice stable car on exit, and then you can just lay down that foot and just dive off into the distance, and there is no chance of anyone catching you.
Listen to the GDPs, we haven't checked the GDPs in a while.
Yep, Bot Charlotte rolling in fifth, currently chasing down Yishil Yunus. driving down this backstretch. It does feel a lot more relaxed given the speed difference, but
I should say, oops, sorry. This is what I mean. I should say that Bart Charlotte is currently the best of the GT3 AM drivers, and still P4 overall of the GT3s.
very good try from him then.
For sure, of course, there are some other GT3 AM drivers that pitted already. We see, I think Gustens was the previous leader, but we also have Samir Rashad that's now in the pit, or actually in the pit, so we'll see how that battle goes on.
It might be an inherited lead, unfortunately. I don't think there's too much of a gap going there. We see the field starts to come through for their second stops. Interested to know when Richard decides to call it, though, from the lead of the race. Because he will have his work cut out for him. I don't know if this is going to be an over and undercut race. That's the terrifying prospect. It was about 6.3 second gap by the time the second place hunter came in. So it's how that one works out, as Oval currently hunting down 12th place. Right on the rear bumper of Glamsetter here. One car moves to the inside, going to go 3 wide, no, Oval thinks better of it, goes back single file with his opponent. And will have to go for another lap. Casper's now chasing down, as I believe.
He overtook Sebastian, who hasn't pitted yet. But Matthias here, he is in the pit and he's just stopping now.
Given the pace difference, okay, this is where it gets scary. This is where it needs to be hammer time for Casper's. You need to close in that gap as much as you can, given this advantage. Huggendorf will get out of your way either by pitting or just by the fact that you appear to just have the massive pace advantage over him. Will stay out this time, though. It's going to make your life difficult. Which then leaves the pits in P1 about less than 6 seconds. Advantage Casper's overall. Call it 4.5 seconds and closing because Casper's, his tyres are up to temp. Richard's gonna suddenly have lost a lot going through the pit lane there. And it's going to be a straight dogfight to the finish of this race, though. 12.5 minutes left on the clock as it stands. Richard currently leads Huggendorf P2 on track, but needs to make one more pit stop, and then Casper's chasing as fast as he can.
That was catchy. Looked like Corbin went too much on the inside there, almost inside the pit exit. But it seems like he's fine. He's trying to catch Rondi as much as he can. Albert Prim still in front, trying to fight Sebastian Van der Hoeven. This battle is still hasn't ended. But Sebastian was behind Albert before the pit stop. Remember?
Yep. Sometimes the pit cycles just work out for you.
And look, Danny now is in the pits, and these two are going to try catch him before the pits. But I think Danny is still clear ahead.
It wouldn't surprise me. He's definitely had the run of those two drivers in this race.
And
so
he's been field saving as well, which helps.
Get a short stop on your last pit, always nice.
This is not the car, that's the car. And he's changing tires. Oh, he's gonna lose it then. He's gonna lose it because these cars are already outside. I'm surprised he even changed tires this late.
That does surprise me. I think given the GTPs can burn through their tyres significantly, but given you're only going to be doing 11 minutes on the last stint, given the amount of time you lose in the pit lane, you have to really have burned your stuff up to really warrant changing your tyres. Given all the fact they're going to be so cold coming out the pits as well. And he's looped it in the background there. I don't know if he's held it off the wall again, but...
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He does that a lot. Last stint he was doing that a lot, so it doesn't surprise me that his tyres were dead. But still, to change the tires, he needs to be careful next time when he's racing because the tires play a really important part in the race. And hopefully he learned that lesson now.
Red Short. Can you look at my lap, please?
Christian
Joyce.
Gunsetter is not on the lead lap compared to these two cars, but he's still trying. He's still driving, you know. He wants to be cool.
I believe he was trying to catch the car in front of these cars. That would be
Aiden?
P12. Yeah, Aiden Young, yes. There's only like 1.8 seconds before them. That would be for position if Gonzalez can get there. So just trying to stay with the train of cars in front of him, trying to get that toe advantage. Just trying to close that gap whenever it means he can. Diaz looks like he's got a bit of a scrap on his hands. Zafoli right on his rear end, going down this hill.
Checking Adam.
This might be an opportunity now for Lorenzo if he goes on the inside on this corner.
It's so scary to do that because you have to dive a GTU as well, potentially.
And he does it.
Just
And look,
about holds it
and
together.
Joao gets... No, no!
Oh no!
Check with me, please.
Oh, that was super awkward for that whole situation there of being Matteo right there in front of everyone. It just really screwed up everyone. That's probably one to be investigated.
You are laughing,
Someone getting on the radio to complain about lap traffic, but yeah, if you're racing for position, is that race for position? I don't.
No, it was Matteo was ahead, blocking Giacomo as well, which was the car that we saw at the GT3.
Oh,
so
okay,
yeah,
no, that's just unfortunate timing to get lap traffic through then. Oh, Widgeon takes so much of the curb there to try and get past the GT car. Casper's looks like the gap stabilised at 3.6 seconds.
yeah, but for 10 minutes, it's still 10 minutes. It can still happen.
Either driver's race at this point, I wouldn't be the one to call it. But yeah, you need to just. The time for respect for GT3s has unfortunately passed. There is an absolute dogfight happening for the lead. You cannot afford to lose any time to them right now. You need to get past them as fast as possible.
How many laps do I have to serve drive here? It will be free. You have to serve it by the end of the race, otherwise you get an even bigger penalty.
That's a penalty that's going to be given for Aiden Young if he doesn't do the drive-through, which already was a penalty in itself. Look at these two.
Just to clarify that,
Sebastian's trying to give it all. He can't stay ahead of Albert Prim the whole
We've seen this before. Prim just can't build a run, and it's just so awkward to
traffic.
Overtake a car if you don't have the max speeds.
Look at that, Alvaro Gutierrez now. He wants to get back to P3. You can see the two cars in the right ahead of him. He wants to catch that little slipstream that's going to help him to probably pass on the last 10 minutes of the race.
I don't think he wants to catch him. I think he is catching him. That car has pace in it right now.
Oh, see this? Where is Wesley?
Oh no.
Something happened to Wesley. It's Matteo again, isn't it? It is Matteo.
Can't get control of the car, and both of them go careening off the track. Wait, but then what does Caspers do after this? Because he's on track right now.
Yes, he is, and he gets something else. Let's just.
Is it, you know, I was talking about the time for respect for GT3s is over.
It was him.
I have a terrible feeling. I think I know what's going to happen.
He just gave up.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it sucks when you get ruined by a slower class car that really shouldn't be in that place.
It's just unfortunate as well because the BMWs didn't have control, and that is the worst situation to be in where
that is not
the car
the place.
just loses it. Goes round.
If you're gonna let the car pass, don't do it in such a short part of the track, you know? You had the biggest straight before, or you can take it on the biggest straight next. But that
I think the main control is if you're going to let a car past, maintain control of your car.
That's true. I mean, we can check again, real quick. What this pedal ends.
Yeah.
Like, where was the position of the car? I don't think just Wesley just tries to overtake it on the outside when the other car was trying to do the corner anyway.
Gets into him a little bit, and then just at that point, there's just no grip anywhere, and Yeah, just a really rough overtake. I don't know why Lemire was washing out so wide on the corner, but
It could be
there it is.
desperation from Wesley to just catch the P1 so badly. But look now, the advantage is 50 seconds.
I hesitate to call it given the amount of...
Let's not forget, sorry,
we've seen.
that P2 is a AM driver.
Van Hoover's been just having a fantastic race so far, I will say, but right now, I think might not be too long in that second place position. Because I think Priam has been struggling with overtaking Van der Hoover this entire race, but Gutierrez looks like he's got a lot of pace built up in that 29. Looks to the outside, can't get it hooked around, wobble goes right off track, and that, I think, is going to be a slow down penalty. I don't think you could take that much out of the corner without losing it. So Gutierrez will fall to 5th place, but like, I'm not too worried for him, because we've seen like how much pace he has in that car. I think he can bring it back. He's just going to have to work very hard. There's only 4 minutes left in this race, and well, for Van der Hoover, it's been a fantastic drive for him so far, and Albert Priam has been able to stay in his wake, but unfortunately not pull alongside and not pull in front, so looking very confident right now. As we go look at some GT3s, Daniel Lagoni sits in 8th place, looking to find his way into 7th. Yishel Yunus ahead of him in the Ferrari, but washes out a little bit there, does Lagoni, and will unfortunately fall back a bit.
Interesting to see. It's 3 GT3 Pros, 3 GT3 AMs, 3 GT3 Pros, and then GT3 AMs again.
Perfect positioning from everybody.
It's just classes, I mean, GT3 AM Pros mean nothing on this track today. Everyone's just kinda mixed up together. Okay, so let's go back to this battle, because we still need to see if Sebastian can keep it ahead of Albert Prim, which is catching it really quickly, because there's a traffic right ahead of him.
Oh, this is the moment where you have to make your move!
That's too close, watch out!
Does he dive into 5? He can't, surely.
Not yet. Not yet, he's not gonna drive it now. Of course, there's still another straight to go. Yeah, there's still another straight and 2 laps at least, and Sebastian could catch him on top speed alone.
But you can just see how much more compliance Sebastian has through those corners, how much speed he's able to carry through, and especially build on that exit, and he just puts his foot down and shoots down the straight, and Albert Priam just has no answer for him.
So Robin was dangerously close to Lorenzo, but that distance got big again. That's it, there's another GT3 ahead. Gonna block him, isn't it? It's gonna block him, and that's the opportunity there for Albert Priam to get in closer. Possibly even catch him after the
There's a chance into turn 1. There's a chance into turn 1.
If you really risk it, but yeah, it's a too fast corner to do it. I think he's gonna do it on the uphill part. I bet he's gonna do it on the uphill part. Or not, because I forgot the Acura has a lot more grip on the fast corners. That car is so pointy on the fast corners, it's insane. So yeah, this is not the chance for Albert Priam to do it yet. He's gonna have to wait it maybe from traffic, maybe on the straight. Let's see.
There's a few cars in front here. Don't know if any of them are going to get in Van der Hoover's way. I think a little bit of flash of lights. They'll take the inside and put one GT3 between the pair of them.
There he goes. It's Matteo again. Or NT40. Actually, the number 40 is an NT40, isn't it? It is. That's NT40. It's just his teammate, but yeah. That's why it wasn't going as slower.
Yeah.
Actually, Matteo is actually in the pit right now.
After his race, I can't blame him. Priam, he's hunting his best, but unfortunately, it just doesn't feel like he can just build the pace to actually pull alongside. Like, this has been his problem the entire race. He can get close, but just the amount of speeds that Van der Hoover can carry through 6 and 7 especially is just completely ruining any run he could potentially build.
One thing I am noticing is, look at the GT3s. We saw the Ferraris being behind the Audis and Wagons. Look where they are now. They're all together there.
Qualifying pace might be one thing, but race pace is another. Having said that, those Ferraris are significantly behind. Fourth place is 35 seconds away from
true.
third place.
Uh-oh, something happened between Guangzhou Valley and Michael Buta.
I feel this might be a bonk. Oh, it's a 3-wide bonk. And it takes out... Oh, no. Oh, that is a terrible way to lose out overall.
Something happened as well with Emmy Graham and Stefan Albanese. See, we saw that one car ahead of him. That was... Oh, that's what happened. And that's another GTP as well, of Ricardo Tallin. So that was a 5-car kerfuffle there.
Because yeah, it's such a fast section of track as well that even if you wanted to slow down, it's so scary to get on the brakes. The checkered flag will be flying though. And I believe this is going to be the race win for Matthias Wittgen. He had a lot of pressure building on him, but manages to hold on. He will come home in first place.
Meanwhile,
will take... Ooh.
That was a destroyed car, and that was the opportunity for Albert Prim to pass Sebastian van der Hoeven, so that is P2 for Albert. Of course,
it's not yet.
It is that. It is.
To make it to the checkers.
Sebastian did a mistake there on that corner. He completely locked up, and now he is 1 second behind. That is it for him, unfortunately.
To do so well for so much of the race, Sebastian van der Hoeven, my heart goes out to you, friend, but I'm afraid you're going to have to settle for the third place. And imagine if you told him at the start of the race he'd be coming home in third. He'd be overjoyed, but right now he is kicking himself. Bit of a scrap here for fifth place overall as Gutierrez after having that incident. It looks like he's just going to be able to hold on for fifth, but it's going to be a dash to the line for the pair of them as Zafoli's right on his rear. And he will hold on to it.
Wait, was it him? Wasn't it his teammate?
I didn't know he had a teammate.
Oh, okay, now I'm really confused. It was, yeah, Guangzhou Valley was the one that was involved.
Okay, my apologies.
Because I hear the engine just being destroyed. That's why I was like, wait, they can't be. But that is it. That is everyone clear, everyone finished. Go real quick to see the classes. Right.
To be fair, in the grand scheme of things for Sebastian van der Hoeven, second place or third place doesn't actually matter because he's still first in the GTP AM category, so congratulations to him. And also to Samir Ashad for winning in the GT3 AM category, but yeah, it just has to feel so bad when you're that close to coming home in second overall and you just miss out on the last lap.
Yeah, it is what it is. He probably wanted to finish one lap earlier. He wanted just to be done with it, but unfortunately that's the lap that mattered the most, and that's where Albert PM capitalized it. As we go on real quick for the classes, let's go by GTP Pros first. Actually, no, GTPs alone. We need to see them all together here.
Oh, yes.
Wait.
And it will be Matthias Wittgen coming home in first place. Albert Priem, with that last lap overtake, will take home second. Sebastian van der Hoeven in third. Hugedorn and Gutierrez around the top 5. And then it's Safoli, Dummel, Diaz, Dadswell, and Stigman, your top 10. Further down the order, Glamster will bring it home in 11th, followed by Aidan Young, Ricardo Tallin, Jaxanto Ovell. Wesley Caspers, I believe, is the last retirement of the race. All out Patero, Reeve, and George Hill, the ghost of the race director, also marked as not finishing.
You know what's funny? On my on live timing, it actually showed him overtaking someone during the race. So
imagine being overtaken by the ghost of the race director.
I know. All right. Sorry. There you go.
And for the GT3s, Giacomo Muggia, fairly confident win for him. He will come home in first place, ahead of Carlos Boza. Adam Watson will bring it home in third, and then Samira Shad and Wat Gozens will be your top 5. Charlotte, Eunice, Ott, Hunt, and Quatara, your top 10. Daniel Maggioni will come home in 11th, followed by Spence, Bouter, Albanese, Philippis, Grime, Lemoray, I believe, retired towards the end of the race, and then Riels, Kemalda, and Balon also retiring earlier on.
That is... oh, there's still more.
Oh, bonus round! Kovac, Lanzani, and Moraes scored 31-32 laps down, respectively.
Just real quick to see who won on the GTP AM class. That is exactly Sebastian van der Hoeven, ahead of Robin Duhamel and João Dias, Ricardo Talley and Leon Elavoud. And on the GTP AM, who won? It was Samir Ashat. Might get some interviews for now. We have here Matthijs. Hello.
Hey man, how you doing?
So
Very good. My apologies, I have managed to probably butcher your surname this entire race, but congratulations on the win. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling really stoked. This was really a frustrating race because yeah, the traffic it's like hell. I only got bad luck with chasing traffic, so I got gifted the win also. I think Wesley messed up his start and got a drive-through penalty, but yeah, after that he closed the gap like really quick. I think he got some more luck with running into traffic than I do. So in the last couple of minutes that I think he spun with the GT3. I think I have gifted the win there.
So talk to us about that start, because I imagine it had to be pretty frustrating seeing your opponent just dive off into the distance on that start.
Yeah, Wesley. I know Wesley for a couple of months right now, and I know it's a really quick guy, but I didn't know he was that kind of quick. Yeah, I don't had a really good setup for this race. It was really tricky out there. So yeah, my goal was just surviving, and we just barely did that.
You survived and you walked away with a victory, so...
Yeah, that's a good bonus to have.
So, next week you've got Hockenheimring. How are you feeling about that one?
Hockenheim is a track I don't really have much experience at. But yeah, we just give it a go and hope for the best.
Oh, fair enough. Just once again, congratulations on the win. Have a good day.
Yes, thanks, mate.
right next on the GTP AM winner, which has still got a P3 overall, we have Sebastian van der Hoeven. Hello.
Hey guys, good evening.
So you actually were surprisingly quick on this track, even though, yeah, a lot of events were happening, but you kept it for P2 for a long time there. But fortunately, on the last lap, it was all that mattered. So how were you feeling? Nervous?
No, I was pretty alright. I mean, I think Albert he was chasing me for most of the race, which was fine because I think I was a little bit quicker than him. But yeah, in the end, I just got a bit unlucky with traffic. And going into turn 5, I think it is, I backed off to wait for the GT3 and he drove into the back of me, which almost sent me into the wall on the final lap. So that was a bit scary, but I managed to save it and finish P1 in my class and P3 overall, so that's pretty good. But yeah, I should have been P2 overall, to be honest. But well, yeah, it was a good race. I don't think the pace was really there, but I think just staying out of trouble and being careful with traffic was what got me into P1 in the first place.
You say that, but even being the traffic is part of the race itself. So if you manage to do that, you deserve the place anyway.
Yeah, thank you. No, I was kind of hoping it because at the start I was being pretty careful with traffic and I saw people pull away from me. So I was kind of hoping for them to mess up somewhere, going for traffic in the S's, for example, which I didn't really do. And then suddenly, like everybody just started crashing and driving into each other, and I was able to pick up places left, right, and center. So yeah, it seemed to have worked out. I got no damage on the car in the end. So yeah, all in all, pretty good race. I'm happy.
Any questions, Simon, for him?
No, I think you've heard everything. Well, I'll give you the standard. Hockenheimring next. How are you feeling about that?
I have driven it like 2 or 3 times, I think, and crashed both of them. So I'm looking forward for a better result, to be honest. But it's bound to be good.
Well, thanks for your time, and congratulations once again, P1 in the GTP AMS.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a good evening. Ciao.
And lastly, we have here Giacomo Murgia. If that's how you spell your name, I'm sorry. Is it?
Yeah, it's right.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
So it was a fantastic effort from your side, just kept the lead since the start. I think. Well, did you get it from the start, or was it your teammate? Now I can't follow. I'm sorry. It was hard to tell because there was so much happening in the whole race.
It's okay. Road Atlanta is my favorite, one of my favorite tracks, so I feel good. The setup was good, and nothing. I'm sorry for my teammates that crashes, both, but you know, races are races. So sorry for my bad English. I'm not good talking in English. So.
Oh, it's fine. It's very understandable.
cool.
So
Let me thanks my team Mag and my partnership, our partnership as Cube Controls. So.
And lastly, Sven, do you have any questions, Simon? Sorry.
I was just going to ask, how was the traffic out there today? Because it seemed like the GTPs were going hell for leather at points, so I can't imagine it was too fun to be in a GT3.
I've got a good experience in this track with IMSA and other stuff. So I knew how to get lapped. Okay, I have a good experience because I crash a lot. So I learned something, and it was better than Nürburgring. I think. I mean, it's a better track for multi-class races. So.
Fair play, and once again, congratulations, P1 in GT3 to Giacomo Murgia.
And well, next week we are going to Hockenheim, as you said, and also right here, Giacomo. How do you feel about your standings? Do you still think that you can catch at least in the top 3, or even keep 1 if it's possible?
I hope so, but don't know because it's not a normal sprint race, so many things can happen. And I try my best. I will try my best, focusing on race pace and lap times in the quali. So I try my best. I don't know.
Of course, you always have that drop week, and I think it was Mugello. You had 0 points, so you can still get some points. Well, it will balance out later on in the season anyway, so there's still always a chance, right?
Sorry, I don't have the standings of the championship. I don't know where I am. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm focusing for race after race. I don't think of this championship. This race was really fun. The previous race was fun, but a little bit unlucky. Nothing. I'm focusing. I will focus race by race. Don't think about the championship. Yeah, the first thing I want to be happy and fun. Have fun. Having fun.
It's funny you say they were unlucky, but you still finished in P2 behind your teammate David Lanzani. But all right,
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Cheers, for being here.
I always want to win, so
that's
for
true.
me, second place is not is first of losses.
It's the winner mentality. Leslie, you just want to give some words in Italian? Maybe your more practical way of saying it?
Sorry?
Words in Italian.
I don't know. Grazie a tutti quelli che ci hanno seguito, grazie al mio team e niente. Forza Mag. I say thanks for always who watching us and my team and nothing. I'm happy.
Actually, so this is some part, but yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you there next
Thank
week,
you.
hopefully.
Thank you. Good night, guys.
Good night, guys. Well, that was a very eventful race, that's for sure, right?
There was a lot going on in that race. There was some fantastic racing. There was some not so fantastic racing. The barriers are in need of extensive repair at various points, but a very entertaining race to say the least.
It is indeed one of the many aspects of why I like Road Atlanta. But Hockenheim is going to be interesting because it's not an easy track for multi-class either. It's just basically only 2 overtaking spots, if anything. It's going to be a true test to see how drivers' patience on those slow corners are. But, well, that is it for us, and we hope to see you next time. And thank you so much, Simon, for being here today. And
Thanks for having me.
it was fantastic having you here, and please see you next week.